You're watching iRacing on the Ghostfire Media Network.
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the final race of this part of the season for the TNT Guitar Addict Series. And we've got an exciting race here at the USA International Speedway. It's me, Randy Pepper, alongside my good friends and colleagues, Adam Wood, who's back in the booth, and Larry Patrick. How's it going, guys?
I'm doing fantastic. It's glad to be back in the booth with you guys tonight.
Yeah, man, it's good to have Adam back. And as we just took a look there, we got a tight points battle going on. As we actually just watched Sean Carmody, our points leader, just bite it into the wall there. So it should make for a fun race tonight.
Yeah, if you just tuned in, you see that the cars are on the track now. We haven't even started the race. What happened was, I guess, Sean, who is our leader, they backed up the time just for him because I guess he was stuck in traffic and could not get home to get online to race with us tonight. So that's why we're starting
New York traffic.
Yeah, in New York traffic. That's why we don't live in New York.
Not at all. Nobody wants to live in New York anymore, from my understanding.
No, they all moved to Florida.
Yes.
They've all come here. Trust me. Now our streets are all messed up. So.
I don't know. There's
we got a
always
lot of Italian
the news
restaurants
article.
popping up too.
There's always those news stories, so it's like the Florida man. So you gotta watch out.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So it's going to be a fun night tonight. Can Sean Comedy win tonight and clinch his points lead, or will Tim St. Jean be the spoiler, or maybe somebody else?
I mean, Tim St. Jean, I haven't been here for the past couple of weeks, but I've seen the results of what's happening. I mean, Tim St. Jean is coming on. He's been finishing up front, got another win. The man's on fire. So, Sean Carmedy's got his hands full tonight.
Yeah, he does. And Cody Leland is back for the short track racing tonight. We know he's extremely good at short track racing, and it's going to be fun to watch him run out there tonight. Hopefully he doesn't interrupt any of the points running right now.
When you talk about the points of what is going to separate the top two that's up there on the screen, Sean Carmody only has a 2-point lead over Tim St. Jean. Josh Laston with some unfortunate luck last week. He dropped quite a bit back. He's sitting at 375. So approximately about, so we won't do math in public, 17 points back from Tim St. Jean.
Yeah. So he's a good ways back, but
it's not out of it.
Not undoable. Yeah.
He's just got to have everything aligned, got to get the pole, got to lead the most laps, got to lead a lap. And if he can lead every lap, that means the people behind him won't get those bonus points. So, it's doable in this league to be out front and lead every single lap.
Yep. And Sean Comedy actually spun in practice, or not practice, but in qualifying. So he probably will not run as well as he did in practice. He was fastest in practice.
Tim St. Jean in the wall here in a qualifying lap, so he's not going to qualify well. Currently sitting in 7th. That's going to end his qualifying efforts.
Him and Sean Comedy, both of them had got their cars in the wall. So.
I know the first win Tim got, he didn't qualify well and had to drive through the field. It's a long race. I think it's got plenty of time to rebound here. I think they'll be able to do some damage. I'm not sure about his second win he got. I don't know where he started, but I know his first win, he didn't start nowhere near the front on that one.
No, he did not. Tim's not one of those drivers. He's a driver that likes to have a little bit of a uphill challenge. So this kind of falls into his hands anyways.
All right, now looking at the field, Josh Laston, he is your top qualifier. So he's put himself in a good position there. Just behind him, he's got Carl Henderson. Philip Manzo with a great qualifying time. He's in third. And then Sean Carmody, your points leader, running fourth.
Yep. Running fourth. He'll start fourth. Cody Leland will start fifth. Anthony Chiarello's out there again tonight. Good to see him back. He missed a few races, and he's been here for the last couple of races. So good to see Chiarello is back, and he starts sixth tonight. Or seventh, actually. He just got bumped by, I believe, Carl Henderson. So
let's see what Nick could do. I mean, let's see if Nick has any little bit of go juice coming off the win last night at Talladega.
Nick is 13th or 12th.
12th, yeah.
Nick is already qualifying.
Run. Yeah.
Neither did John Gordon. We see some little bit of stuff hanging off of his car there. He's currently sitting in 14th. Mike Wazinski, he just moved up to 13th. That's going to bump John Gordon back to 14th. Blake Gordon won't start. Blake Ziti looks like he's not taking a qualifying lap, as well as Joshua Mays or Tom Stevens.
Yeah, Blake Ziti was actually fast in practice. Kind of surprising that he did not run any qualifying laps.
Strategy, potentially?
What was that? What did you say there again?
This could be strategy. I mean, I don't know. I mean, at this point, I mean, you would think he would, because like you said, he's fast. What's going to help him his teammate would be for him to get up there and race with Josh. But if he's bumping his teammate down one more spot, that's more points for Josh or Tim.
True. Yeah, I don't. Maybe so. That might be a little strategy from those guys. Who knows? We'll find out. I mean, he's also got John Gordon as his teammate as well. So I don't know.
Wow, they are done qualifying. So let's go ahead and grid them. So we can take a look, see who's starting where. If my thing apparently will not do it until after. I'm just kidding. And we get until qualifying's done.
Okay. So we got little technical difficulties already, so it's all good.
Oh, Blake Gordon just said the universe is against Sean tonight. He just dropped connection from the server.
Oh, man.
Oh,
but he said he's getting back in. So what's helping Sean right here, I mean, that extended time from these guys not running these qualifying laps between Blake Ziti, Josh Mays, and Tom Stevens. And it will help that, I mean, Blake Gordon's not going out and running a qual lap either, right? So, and there you go. So now qual is done. So now we can...
You guys haven't been racing a lot on... I mean, Adam, you've been away, and Larry, you haven't been racing much at all. But lately, I've seen a lot of these guys being dropped off the field, and it says lost packets. I have never seen that. What, you guys have any idea what that means?
It's your connection to the server.
Internet connection.
Yeah.
A lot of guys have been doing that lately. I've seen more people than I've ever seen being knocked off. So I don't know what's going on.
Well, real quick, Josh Laston is your pole setter on the outside. He's going to have his teammate Carl Henderson. In row 2, Philip Manzo and Sean Carmody. In row 3, Chris Oliver and Cody Leland. Row 4, Anthony Chiarillo and David DeParis. In row 5, David Wright and Tim St. Jean.
Row 6, it's Justin Edwards and Nick Adams. Then behind them, it's Mike Wazinski and John Gordon in 19. And then it's going to be on the back... It's going to be Blake Ziti and Joshua Mays, and rounding out the field, starting 17th on the grid, is going to be Tom Stevens in the 9.
Yeah, I'm watching right now. Sean Carmody's blinking in and out, so his connection is totally lost right now. I mean, he's solid right now, but I've been watching him. He's blinking like a storm right now.
Is it going to be able to hold up for an hour or 100 laps here?
Oh boy. Now, how would you? I mean, think about that. You know you have a connection issue going on right now.
There's nothing you can do.
And there's nothing you can do. There's not a damn thing you can do. You're sitting there. All I've got to do is finish in front of these guys, get the points, and I win this thing.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, you could. I mean, if he's running off of Wi-Fi, he could run a hard line. That'll help his connection right away amply. And I'd be yelling at everybody to get the heck off the Wi-Fi. Now, if there's a storm there and it's just a connection between his ISP and him, that's just, there's nothing.
Yeah.
Pray. Yeah. Pray to whatever God you believe in.
All right. Well, so like I was saying, I mean, Josh is doing what he had to do. He got the pole. Can he now finish this off? Lead every lap or the majority of lap. Don't let his competitors, Tim St. Jean and Sean Carmody, don't let them lead a lap. I mean, that's the name of this game. You got to finish ahead of them. You have to get every bonus point and not allow your competitors to get any bonus points.
We also know that Carl Henderson is very good at this track as well. And he may spoil the whole thing, for all we know.
Does he take that from his teammate?
Yeah, does he take it from his teammate? Who knows?
I'll tell you one thing. It's Josh's biggest ally is going to be his teammates, right? I mean, he's got 4 of them out there, 3 of which right now sit in top 5. So he's really going to want the 14 there, Chris Oliver, to move up and get around Sean Carmody, and then he's going to hope that Nick Adams can get up there and get around him too. I mean, that adds that gap,
Yeah, adds a gap. But does Carl come up here and try to win this thing from him?
We'll see
momentum.
We'll CCR the race.
Yeah, exactly. All right, here comes the field. The pace car is off. We are going green flag racing here at USA International Speedway in beautiful Lakeland, Florida, as Josh Lassen jumps down to the bottom of the track. Carl Henderson on the outside, side by side as they come off the turn. Henderson gets the better run on the outside. He'll come down the back straightaway by just a half a car length. Half a car length separates first from second. Henderson on the outside, Lassen on the inside. Lassen gets a better run off the turn. They come down to the stripe and they get together.
Oh!
Down in the wall, and the front quarter panel is tore up.
Oh, and Cody Leland going around.
Oh, look at that. Just like that, we got trouble.
That's not what Josh wanted to see at all happen.
And they see Josh Lassen, Carl Henderson getting into each other, and then going to that next quarter, Cody pushes it going in. He's going to get sideways. I would say Cody would be the reason for that caution, but it wasn't. It was actually Josh Lassen and Carl Henderson getting together there.
Yeah. And that's exactly what I was saying. Is Carl going to just let him go, or is Carl going to run him? Carl definitely wants to win this race. He told us in the podcast the other night, I'm good at this track.
Well, and let's take a quick look at that one more time.
To me, I'm looking at it right now.
I don't think they came together.
No, it looks like Josh spun it a little bit. Like he got back on the tires and the rear end spun, and it pushed him towards the Carl. Carl didn't do anything.
There it was. It definitely jerked on him, didn't it?
It jerked on him, but you got to think that maybe Josh, he might have jerked on him, but he's also, I want to get ahead of. I've got a good run coming off the turn, and so
I don't know.
It just came around. I looked at. Let's see I'm gonna look in the cockpit view of this.
That's definitely going to hurt, and that's going to hurt Josh Lassen. And luckily, it did happen here quite early, 4 of 100 laps here tonight. So hopefully he can rebound from that, but that's going to help Sean Carmody move up. And Tim St. Jean already, that what do you call it, Randy, the wily veteran, he's gradually moving up. He's already up into our top 5.
5 spots already. So, but it's so early for Tim. I think Tim, we're going to have to be 50 laps into this thing before we even see Tim really start doing what he really does best.
Yeah.
And that's track down you and hunt and kill you.
So I'm listening to the audio on board on the cockpit. Yeah, he got back on it, and the rear tire spun and sent him straight into Carl.
Now,
So tough break for Josh Lashlin already.
And here's a question to you guys. Looking at that incident, now had his teammate Carl stayed on that, or not stayed on that outside of Josh, would that have helped Josh in that instance? If Carl's not there,
yeah.
does that help him?
Yeah, I think Josh would have not been on the gas as hard as he was. I think he was actually racy right off the bat, and I think that's what caused that. They were actually racing.
Yeah, I mean, racing on cold tires here, and you're on the bottom lane trying to get grip. Normally, your car floats to the outside when you're trying to do that. And where his position, I mean, he would have been against the wall, and he would have slapped the wall. So, I mean, if Carl wasn't there, he wouldn't have been in the middle of the track. He would have been floating up against it. And if his tires were going to spin, he would have hit the wall instead of Carl.
Yeah.
Well, luckily, he had a fast repair, and he got it fixed. Still, the front clip is not hanging off and all that other good stuff that was kind of dangling in the wind there. So he's back to normal, but, he's already used one of his fast repairs. This track has a history of causing chaos sometimes.
And that's going to drop him back all the way back to the end of this field. So now he's 17th position. Not undoable, right? I mean, it's just going to be really cautious trying to get back up through this field.
Right, absolutely. He's going to have to meticulously make his way through the field.
I mean, yeah, he's got to be patient. I mean, you look at him at Watkins Glen, he was the fastest, and he just overdrove it trying to get back up to the front, So a different track, it's not a road course, but still, you got all these competitors out there. You're starting from the back. You got to have patience and try to get through everybody cleanly.
All right, the field is getting ready to go back to green flag racing. Carl Henderson is on the gas. He's 4 car lengths ahead of Phil Manzo. Manzo trying to hold off Carmody. Carmody actually has a bad run. He drifts up there 3 wide back there for third as Tim St. Jean is racing with him for that third position. So St. Jean is actually kind of racy right now. He's running on the inside. He's taking third away from Carmody, and he's bringing Oliver with him as well.
Yeah, this is absolutely working out really well in Tim St. Jean's favor early. And here comes Nick Adams. So 2 CCR guys right now getting around, or at least staying on that inside of Sean Carmody. That, as you see, he stays on the outside, but he kind of come down, got in front of Nick there. Nick had to lock up the brakes to keep from hitting him.
Yeah, he was going to hit him if he didn't lock him up. And you see a lot of guys like Cody Leland back there. He's having a heck of a time trying to get through the traffic, too, and he's having to get on the binders quite hard, too. So the thing to watch is, can Sean Carmody make his way back through the field, get back up there? But it looks like his car is just not handling. He is all over the track right now.
Yeah, his car is a little bit loose right now. He's trying to figure it out. I mean, he came in late in practice, so, his first couple laps underneath his belt on these cold tires. I feel as the, laps wear on, the tires warm up a little bit, they'll be going. And Timothy St. Jean almost tried to drive it so deep underneath Hitman right there coming out of turn 4. I think he's getting a better run center off and just couldn't do anything with him like he is right now.
It almost looks like Manzo is actually holding up traffic because Oliver almost got into the back of the 6 as well. And now that the 6 has cleared Manzo, he's set sail and is 3 car lengths ahead of Oliver. Oliver gets a great run in that CCR car, but he's still 3 car lengths back behind the Guitar Addict number 6.
Sorry, go ahead, Adam.
I was like, Hitman just lost 3, and here comes John Gordon trying to take a 4th, but he
jumps way up underneath there.
Yeah, he tried to drive down low and got himself messed up there. And
and he's going to come up and he's going to tag the 529 Anthony Shrillo.
Yeah. So, yeah, once you get out of your groove here, I mean, it kind of messes you up. You're trying to get back into it.
Oh, and Tim St. Jean sideways. He clips the 14. He goes into the 40, and the 40 knocks to the 30. Caution back out.
Let's check out and see what happened with that one.
All right, Tim St. G there on the outside. He's going to get on the gas. He and the 14 got really close. I don't know if that was net code or what.
They kind of look like net code. I'm gonna try a different angle here. Try to rear check their bar chase here. It was close, door-to-door battle there. With some good lug nut to lug nut. Yeah, that was net code.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, honestly, I don't think Chris Oliver could have went any lower right there. Tim St. Jean really putting the squeeze on him there at the bottom.
Yeah, you pinched them down there, but I mean, they both ran really great lines through there.
Absolutely.
It's just the net code. That was no fault of either driver there. That was iRacing being iRacing.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely. I think Chris Oliver actually got the worst of all that, too. Even though St. Jean got, net-coated sideways, Oliver drifted across the track and got collected a couple times by a couple of cars. So,
well, as you see, it looks like Tim St. Jean has stayed out, as opposed to Sean Carmody, Nick Adams, and Blake Pasta have all come in, as well as it looks like Cody Leland, who I cannot find on the track.
He was involved in that as well.
Okay, if he's still on, I'm not sure. Excuse me. So right now, Sean Carmody's sitting in the pits. Still, he is still in the pits right now, guys. As he's going a lap down.
Wow.
Maybe he doesn't want to use a fast repair if he got damage there.
And we just seen him burp his throttle there. The tire spun. We're watching him right now. His tire spun. He barely moved, and he's come to a stop again, still in his pits. So, and he just disconnected, and he's back.
He's back.
All right, this is developing, right? This is going to hurt him. One lap, not so bad, right? Maybe another caution comes out. He gets the wave around. If this pace car comes around and he goes 2 laps down, this is going to be detrimental to his fight.
I wonder if he had to tow, because now his car is back in line with his pit stall.
Yeah, and here he goes.
There he goes.
Nope, he stopped again.
He's gone again. What
and he's back in his pits.
Down?
Yeah, and he's back in his pits, and that's going to put him 2 laps down.
Yeah, I'm looking at it from the rear chase over here, and I can see when the exhaust fires up, I can see the flame shoot out of it, so I can see him when he's accelerating.
Unbelievable. This is going to be detrimental to his championship fight. Matter of fact, while we still have the caution out, maybe we should just pull Blake in here.
Cody Leland has gone down 3 laps as well. And there goes Sean again. He goes into pit road and disappears again.
Let's pull Blake in real quick while we're under caution. Hey, Blake, it's the guys in the booth, man. You got a copy?
Yeah, what's going on, fellas?
We were watching Sean there in the pits. What's going on with him? We see him fire up the car, spin the tires, and then disappear, and then he stays in the pits.
Great question. He hasn't been in Discord since he had that disconnect earlier. It's like everything's shut down. He's got no sound. He said he was racing with no force feedback, no nothing. So not really sure what's going on with him. It's unfortunate that all of these issues are going to happen to him in the championship race. I hate seeing technical stuff affect the championship battle. So, hopefully he gets back in here, but there's not going to be really anything I can do to get him back on the lead lap. So it's unfortunate.
Absolutely, man. Well, if you talk to him, let him know that we're thinking about him, and we'll let you get back to doing your admin duties.
All right, thanks, guys.
So the field has gone back under green flag conditions. Carl Henderson has jumped out to a 5-6 car length lead over his teammate Chris Oliver, who just cleared around the Philip Manzo car, the number 8. But Henderson is all by himself.
And we got a car sideways. That's the 8 of Philip Manzo. They're stacking up. Josh Laston once again involved in that one there. And
boy,
back out.
Under caution for the 3rd time tonight here at USA International Speedway. It is the Ghostfire Media.
That was the 69 slamming in the back of the 8. And as you just see, Josh was able to get through it fairly cleanly. I don't believe that there's going to be too much damage to him. But, yeah, I don't know where. Yeah, going to that corner, the 69 Justin Edwards just got into the back of the 8 of Philip Manzo. Or
He got some.
Yeah.
He got a little bit of damage. I don't think that's Josh had a little bit of damage. I don't know if it's enough to warrant to come back down pit road.
I'm gonna agree with that. It didn't look like he got too much damage there, and you don't want to waste a fast repair. And this being a short track, you don't have to really worry about aerodynamics.
No, I think he should be fine. It didn't look that bad.
So the championship, and we see the scuffs all down the side of that car, but the fenders look good. But the championship developing story right now, Sean Carmody down 7 laps, still in the pit. So this is going to dash his championship dreams. The point gap was only 2 points back to Tim St. Jean. So right now, Tim St. Jean in the driver's seat, per se, right?
Yeah.
What is it going to take for Josh Laston to be able to pull this championship off now?
Well, I still go back to what I was saying prior. So far, Timothy St. Jean has not led a lap. I'm not sure if Josh actually led us lap, but at least he got the pole, got that bonus points. He just needs to get out front and get the rest of the bonus points.
Yeah, he's got to get everything he possibly can. Otherwise, he will lose this thing. But he still has an outside shot. It's not over.
I mean, as you can tell, Sean was a heavy favorite coming in here, and with a blink of an eye, he's laps down, and it doesn't look like he's probably going to be able to recover.
No,
he's still sitting in pit road right now.
Yeah, he's done.
He's fired off. He's just, as I spoke, he's fired off. He's leaving pit road right now.
He's 7 laps down. It would be a miracle for him to be able to have this come back to him.
I don't know. We've seen a caution fest before.
We're seeing it now.
He's the only one a lap down, so any other cautions after this is all him.
Yeah, that's true.
If he's not involved.
If he's not involved,
yeah.
True. That's the heartbreaker. I went a lap down at Charlotte for a pit road penalty. I was a lucky dog, and a caution came out. I thought I got through it. Don came out of nowhere as he was wrecking, and I was at the bottom of the track, and he came down and tagged me and took me out of the lucky dog spot, and I was so angry. Not at Don, just at the overall incident of everything happened. It's just, you think you're clear to wreck. There's nothing Don can do. A huge wreck, and I thought I made it out of there, and it's just at the last second I get smacked.
It happened last night. I can't remember who it happened to, but it did happen last night in the sportsman division. Driver that was on pace to get the lucky dog, and the next thing we hear, crap, why did you run into me? Now I'm not the lucky dog anymore.
Oh, I think that's even worse. Because you 100% knew that position was yours. And then you're sitting there and out of nowhere, at least mine was in the heat of the moment of a caution, in a wreck.
And I believe it was Justin Edwards who ran into him last night too.
And just stupidity.
All right, so the field is stacked up 2 by 2. Carl Henderson is your leader. Chris Oliver is second. His outside Anthony Chiarello and Blake Ziti make up row 2. Row 3 is Josh Laston and D.W. Wright. Row 4, Joshua Mays and Tim St. Jean. Row 5 is John Gordon and David DeParis. As the green goes, here we go. Carl Henderson jumps out to a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 length lead. But Chris Oliver is setting sail, trying to get up there with him, but he cannot hang on to that. The car drifts up, and we've got a good battle shaping up for third place as Anthony Chiarello and Blake Ziti are side by side as they come off the turn.
Yeah, Josh Laston got a huge jump there on the restart. We'll say we get by Dave right now. He's cleared him by at least 5-6 car lengths now. And right there where you're talking about with Blake Ziti and Anthony Chiarello, he's on their rear bumpers right now waiting to get by them.
So, Larry, let me ask you something. What do you think's going through Josh's head right now?
He's got to run his own race, right? When you're that far back, when you're chasing, right? I guess it could go for the leaders too, but you just want to run your own race.
Dave right around.
You want to run your own race. You want to hope for the best, and you want the best finish that you can do. Because at the end of the day, play the cards that you have. If you win the race, it's on what you can't control what Tim St. Jean or Sean Carmody does, right?
Absolutely. So do you think his heart may be pounding a little harder than it should be because he knows he has an outside shot, especially with Sean being so far down. Is he going to overdrive it, or what's he, I think he's just got to relax.
I think he's just trying to relax at this point. I mean, you can't, like I said, you can't really stress it. Even if you see Tim St. Jean coming behind you, with the size of the gap that's there, even if he's 2 cars behind you, there's no point in pushing extremely hard. I mean, he's not going to be able to pass enough cars at this point in this race to make up that gap. So he just needs to play his cards, worry about what he's doing, and just let everything fall where everything's going to fall at.
Good point. As we look here, we see the leaders, or at least the leader and his fellow teammates, have all pitted, except for one person in that team. And I'm kind of surprised that Nick Adams did not come down with his other teammates.
It's one of those theories, right? Off-cycle pit from your team. They run one strategy, you run a different, see which one works out better. I mean, if he's lucky, it'll work out well enough that he might be able to keep a gap there between Tim St. Jean and Josh Laston at this point. But as we see, Sean Carmody, he's grabbing 1 lap back right now.
Yeah, that's one. Only got 6 more to go. And hopefully no other problems for the night.
And Tim St. Jean just came in the pits.
So Tim wants some new tires. That'll send him all the way back. He's back to 10th. But we saw him at the very beginning of the race. He made up 5 spots like nothing. So we'll see. We will see.
That'll make your new leader, Blake Ziti.
The Pasta Man. The number 50 Endeavor racing car. We got 3 Endeavor racing cars out here. We got 4 closed circuit racing cars, 1 first response car. I believe the first response car is off the track, though.
Actually, was going to be able to make the whole entire race.
Yeah, he's not even in Discord now. His evening is done.
So Blake is talking to these guys about something. Not really sure what they're talking about. He's giving a warning of some sort.
Watch that aggressive driving, boys. Watch that aggressive driving.
Yep. It looks like Tim St. Jean got the penalty. So maybe he was a little aggressive towards.
It looked like he looked like he kind of he drove in hot on the outside, and Dave ran the middle to low line, and he was hoping he was probably going to be running more of a low line going into it, but it was David's line to run going into that corner, and Tim overshot it in my opinion, and it kind of clipped him there.
Well, that'll definitely get you an EOLL or EOL. EOLL. That's AOLL.
Well, you can do end of the longest line, EOLL.
You could say that. Yeah, that would be a lot easier to say, wouldn't it? Oh boy. So we're going to go back to green flag racing. The field is nope. We're waving that off. We're waving it off. They're not going to go this time. We're going to go, but they're not now. So not sure. Somebody was not lined up correctly. So we'll go around one more time. We'll reset the field here. We got Blake Ziti leading the field, and Anthony Chirillo having a good run, running second. Nick Adams and Joshua Mays in row 2. David DeParis and Philip Manzo make up row 3. Row 4 is Mike Kaczynski and Tom Stevens. Row 5, Justin Edwards and D.W. Wright. Row 6 is John Gordon and Carl Henderson. Row 7, Josh Lashton and Chris Oliver. Row 8, it's Tim St. Jean and Sean Comedy. So that's the way they line up now, and we will go to green flag racing here in just about a half a turn. And Nick Adams is blinking now. So here we go. ZD stacking them up, and he's on the gas. He jumps out to a 3-car length lead just like that. Nick Adams dives underneath Chirillo. He's going to try to reel in that number 50. Nick Adams, who's working on adrenaline now as he won last night at Talladega in the Sportsman division. Now he's going to try to make it 2 in a row as he's going to try to reel in that number 50.
Yeah, Anthony Chirillo, he's doing a dive bomb into the corner there. driving really deep in the corner. Then he has to let off a little bit afterwards.
Caution is back out on the speedway again. This time,
Mike Wisniewski.
Manzansky.
Just a little bit here. And just there below that yellow line, and it got him sideways, got turned around. I mean, that was solo incident there. But
he's
again,
just racing on the apron too much there, and then just gave it a little bit too much gas coming out of the corner.
But who does that help? Another lap back for Sean Carmody.
Yep, now he's going to be 5 laps down. Wow, man. We are only 39 laps into this thing. Actually, be 40 when they come around. We'll probably go back to green around lap 42. And we keep like this, he will be back on the lead lap.
And Josh Laston and Tim St. Jean are not far as it from the back of the field, right? So right now they're running 13th and 14th. Just behind them and 15th is Mike Wisniewski, who just wrecked. And then you got Sean Carmody, who's going to be 5 laps down. So they're not, moving. Obviously, you can't really get moved up to the field with a caution that quick. But
yeah, I mean, half a lap. So
it takes a heck of a drive, and you got to hope that you're on the inside. But there you go. The wave around for the number 40. That'll put him 1 more lap up. That is now 5 laps down.
Man, wouldn't that be some stuff if he can make his way back up and win this thing? That would be crazy. We're writing him off, and we're thinking, it's all done, and then bam, he comes back and he could win this thing.
Could he be the latest recipient of the infamous Blake caution? Just kidding, Blake.
By the way, guys, I just want to let you know you talk about infamous. We did a commercial years ago. One of my colleagues at this radio station was working it, and he was talking about, come try the infamous chocolate shake at Zeke's Tiki Hut or whatever, not realizing that infamous actually means bad.
Yeah, exactly, right.
And it's funny because Nick was actually using that term. It's a good term. A couple of weeks ago, I was like, no, it's not a good thing, dude. It's a bad thing. So, but Blake Ziti is your leader. Anybody surprised?
I mean, he runs smooth and consistent lines every week. He normally comes, like I said, I think him and Sean, they come in to practice middle to late, and they figure everything out in the track, and they come a little bit later in the race, and then kind of like how he is here. And I think it's also pit strategy as well. I think Blake pitted a little bit earlier than everybody else, so when everybody pitted now, he's able to come to the front.
So, since Nick Adams is running second right now, do you think Nick is actually running on a little adrenaline from last night, like I think he is?
I mean, anytime you're sitting that catbird seat right there, I mean, the adrenaline's pumping, you're ready to go. You want to have a good finish and a good feeling right there while being in second place.
Well, the field is stacked up 2 by 2. Once again, we'll see if Blake Ziti can hold off Nick Adams, the man with the momentum, as I would say.
Anthony Shrillo needs to scoot it up a little bit there.
Yeah.
There he goes.
Maybe he was answering his phone.
Now
the 56 needs to,
when you do that.
Yeah, the 56 needs to bring it up a little bit, but not our call.
Here we go. Hey, didn't get that good of a start as Nick is right behind him. Adams right behind him. He's just a half a car length behind him. Adams looks underneath, but nothing there. As Ziti gets a good run off the turn, he'll dive it down to the bottom of the track. Nick follows in, and we've got caution once
again.
And
that's Josh Laston.
Josh Laston, wow. That's 4 laps now for Sean Carmody.
Tom Stevens wrecked and came and took Josh out.
And that, yeah, I mean, And this is kind of what we're talking about here, right? When you get to the back of the field right there, you have to be cautious. I mean, Tom came up, caught the 86 and the 8, which sent him down to that bottom side of that wall, and he smacked the wall and then came back up and caught Josh.
Well, and I mean, in his defense, who knows if he knew it was 3 wide. The 69 there of Justin Edwards couldn't go up to the high line like the normal cars do when you come off the corner.
Exactly.
And that's probably what Tom was expecting. And when he came up off the corner like, the bottom lane normally does, there was no room because Justin was already feeling it.
Well, there you go. Another caution does what? Gives the
another caution.
It gives
4
Sean
laps.
Carmody 4 laps down now.
Yeah, 4 laps down. Yeah, I can tell you what, he's starting to feel it, I'm sure. He's starting to feel the momentum swinging his way, trying to catch up. So.
And Josh Laston, looking at his car, he's got damage on the left side, not seeing much there as far as front end damage, which I'm shocked on. Let's see if we could take it the right side of his car. The right side doesn't look terrible here. As a matter of fact, it actually looks pretty good. Doesn't look like much damage, so we'll have to see how that car handles. So he hasn't come in yet. As far as I'm tracking, he has not come in. Or maybe he did.
Yeah, he did. All 3 of them came in last time.
Mike Wisniewski, Manzo, and Tom Stevenson all came in. Because he's right behind Tim St. Jean in the field, sitting back in 12th.
Yeah, sitting 12th after starting first.
But he does have damage, so there's no way he took a fast repair.
Maybe he did. Maybe he's waiting. Maybe he's waiting for that particular time. Maybe he thinks they're going to have a really big one.
You never know.
And he's actually asking. Josh is asking Tim right now, how is the damage?
Well, Josh, if you would listen to the broadcast, you would know. Just kidding.
Yeah, as you're driving in the car, guys, just make sure you have it blasting so you can hear the podcast while you're driving.
Hey, Debbie G just gave a shout out to the Italian Stallion, Mr. Shirilla, who's currently running 3rd, having a great night tonight.
Debbie, how are things in beautiful Port Orange tonight? That's all I want to know. Have they caught that guy yet? The guy that shot the cop last night in the head?
Jesus.
That's what I want to know. Yeah, we had a guy here in Daytona Beach that a cop went over and checked on him in a parking lot, and the guy shot him at point blank in the head. So
she said no.
She said no?
Yeah,
things are not good?
She said no. They have not caught him, apparently.
Oh, they have not caught him. Oh.
Thank you for bringing the mood down of the evening.
I just support my blue, man. Support my blue. So, anyways, hey, we're going back to green flag racing as the pace car is off the track. And Blake Ziti is going to get on the gas, and he's gone by half a car length. Nick Adams setting sail, trying to reel him in as they go into turn number 1. Following in tow, the good battle is for 3rd, but Nick Adams is losing ground to Ziti. Ziti's got a great run coming off the turn. Adams dives in there. Ziti still gets a better run off the turn. They come down towards the front stripe to complete lap number 51.
Yeah, these guys are going single file right now, so hopefully they're just praying to get some green.
And we got a wreck here. Another wreck. The 43, David Wright.
Wow. Blake just asked these guys, can they please start driving with their head?
Ooh, Carl just missed that. Mike was not.
Oh, and Philip Manzo got turned. Let's get a sky view of this one.
And the 43 is still turned sideways.
Here we go. As the 43, that's the 19, comes down, he goes underneath them, and then the 69 jumps up underneath him, turns the 43, the 8 gets turned, he catches the 02.
Yeah, the 02 kind of clipped the Hitman there, turned him around while Hitman was braking to avoid it, and Mike just sailed it on the outside. Tried to avoid him, but wasn't able to, and turned Hitman around.
Wow, and we know again who this helps. Now 3 laps down. Hey, Randy, Debbie G said it's a beautiful night in Port Orange.
Yes, it's a beautiful night in Ormond Beach on the other side of Volusia County tonight. Actually, we've got rain running through the county right now. I think the whole state of Florida is under rain right now. My daughter moved to Walt Disney World this week, and she says it's rained there every day. So, fun times in the state of Florida. But, if you wait another 20 minutes, it'll be perfectly sunny.
How's the university going for?
The Disney College Fund?
Yes.
We will find out. She starts her first shift for Disney on Sunday. She moved into her apartment that they set them up with. She did that on Monday, and we'll find out how she likes it on Sunday. But she's just going through her preliminaries right now, so looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. So helps out an internship for her. She goes to the University of Central Florida, and it'll help towards her college. So it's a good program if you have a child that is in college and they want to get an internship. Check it out, a Disney College program. It's lots of kids from all over the world there. It's crazy. So should be fun. As we got off on something else, but it's a public service announcement.
Man, it's always good to, we're trying to figure out. There's always great things out there. I mean, we're right down the street from this, right? I mean, Lakeland, Florida, not too far from it. We're kind of like on the subject.
Yeah, absolutely. Lakeland, Florida, from Disney World. This track actually sat roughly 16 miles away from Disney World. It wasn't very far at all.
It was just a hop and skipping away from you whenever you drop your daughter off to just go over here and broadcast.
Yeah, absolutely. In the parking lot of the shopping center it actually is now.
Yeah. Call all the action in the parking center. Mom turns around the corner in the minivan. Oh, she clips that Mini Cooper.
Yeah, there goes Dad across the street to the Hooters.
Twin Peaks tonight, guys. Twin Peaks.
So I spoke incorrectly. Sean Carmody's actually still 4 laps down. He's not 3.
Yeah, but DW Wright now is 1 lap down.
Yeah, so that's going to hurt his cause.
Yeah.
He just hopes DW Wright's in every wreck now, and I am.
Yeah, exactly.
That's bad to say, though.
Well, that's the way you think, when you're racing these things. Green flag is out. Here we go. This time ZD gets a better start, but not that much as Adams on his back bumper leads him into the turn. Anthony Chiarello has got trunk full of a 14 car of Oliver's all over the back of him as ZD takes off. And he's 2 car length leads. Wow, Oliver drifting all over the track now. He had a good run going there, but his car seems a little loose as they go into 1.
And Justin Edwards got a huge run right there on the middle of the corner, but had to back out of it. And we have a caution on the track. Josh Laston once again.
Wow, Josh is not having a good night at all. It started out great, and now it's just gone downhill from there.
And it's no fault of his own there. I mean, that's one of the things that Tom Stevens got into a little scuff there, and that turned him sideways. Let's go back real quick.
Yeah,
he and 86 get together. Tom Stevens comes sliding down right in front of Josh Laston, and that's going to put Josh Laston back in the hole.
Yeah, back in the hole again.
Yeah. Well, that'll bring DW Wright back to the lead lap.
Yep, but we're at lap, by the time we go back to green, it should be a lap 63, I believe. We're only going 100 laps tonight.
Wow.
Is that enough time for Sean Carmody to get up there?
While we have a second, let's go ahead and take a quick commercial break.
Hi, I'm Randy from the Guitar Addict. Can we be serious for a second? Are you tired of being a loser? Can't do anything right? Feel like everyone's coming down on you all the time? Well, there's a way out. And I'm going to show you. Hey Mom, look what I learned. That's right. Pick up a guitar, learn how to play guitar. Automatically you're going to become a chick magnet. The ladies are going to love you. Your kids are going to think you're cool. So what you need to do is come down here to the Guitar Addict, 16725 Ridgewood Avenue in Daytona Beach, Florida, or go on guitaraddict.com and buy yourself a guitar and automatically be the star of your neighborhood. That's guitaraddict.com. Well, we're back here at USA International Speedway, Lakeland, Florida. We are in the last race of this TNT series, trying to crown a champion tonight for this part of the series. And Blake Gordon, the admin, is jumping all over these guys right now. We've had several cautions, and Gordon's trying to get these guys getting their heads in the game because he just told them, listen, if you think I'm talking about you, I probably am. So
EA Sports, it's in the game.
Blake, if it makes you feel better, man, I'll drink a beer tomorrow night for you, buddy.
Blake wants to drink a beer now.
What was that beer that you were drinking last week there, Larry? The German beer or whatever it is?
Oh, man, I had all kinds of beer last weekend. There was some local breweries. There was a couple of German beers imported. And then one of my great neighbors here, actually, on Saturday, he gave me 3 German beers that you can't get in the U.S. that he had brought back from Germany when he just went TDY. And I tell you what, if you can get you a true German beer, that thing's like water. And it is strong.
So you feeling no pain after we did the podcast last week?
Actually, surprisingly, I felt perfectly fine. Now, Saturday night, that was a different story.
Why was Saturday night so bad?
Because I drank even more beer, and I had some of those German beers, and I went fishing.
And that salt air will get to you, won't it? All right, we're going back to Green Flag Racing. Here they go. Blake Z is on the gas. And Nick Adams is still trying to figure out what to do. And look at Chiarello diving deep into the turn and drifting, making Oliver drift way high. And
he's just destroyed
Nick Adams.
Nick Adams.
Nick is able to save it.
I know.
Getting through there's the 31. The 6 got through there. I tell you who didn't, though, Josh Laston.
Oh, my goodness.
Holy schmoly. Sorry, I had to do it.
Holy schmoly.
Yeah, Dave Wright got in the back of Josh Laston during that event.
Well, here we
Josh
go.
had it saved.
Yeah, wow. He came in hot, and he got in the back of Nick Adams. Nick was able to save it. Gets into the 14. There's a 56, 19, 86, 43, 18. The 40 on the brakes. If he got no damage on that, that'll give him another lap back. Bring him to, I believe, 3 laps down at the bottom.
He is being very cautious. I'm looking at him right now. The dude has stopped on the shoulder and like, no, everybody go before me. You're not touching my car.
Chiarello, the way he got into the back of Nick Adams, I hope he brought the KY.
Bro, that was on a tip.
That was more than just a tip, I can tell you that.
He drove brakes deep in there.
Yeah, 2 tires deep. Oh, boy.
Yeah, Sean's in the back, and he's just on the brakes hard. He comes to a complete stop in the middle 3 and 4 and just waits for everything to unravel, and then he starts to take off. He was making no chance of not getting that lucky dog back.
Now, is there anybody, we see Justin Edwards coming to the pit. Does he go a lap down and run Sean's cause here? if we're gonna take a look, we're watching Justin Edwards right now. He's got front end damage. So, well, we got now Josh Mays in, David Wright, we got David DeParis and Anthony Schrillo. All these guys in. Justin Edwards just blew his pits. Here we go. David Wright comes in, the 86. How many of these guys will go a lap down, and that will hurt your championship leaders' points? Will that 69, Justin Edwards coming out?
I mean, if you're looking at it right now, I mean, he's only 2 points ahead of him coming into this. So he's got to at least finish one spot behind him, because right now Timothy St. Jean has no bonus points. He hasn't led a lap. He wasn't a pole sitter. He hasn't led the most laps. So he has not got any bonus points. So he has to be within within a spot or two behind him to win a championship. And Timothy St. Jean just needs to stay clean, and it's kind of hard right now.
Yeah, but he's doing a great job of it, right? And he's moving forward. Now, David Wright just went one lap down. So what I was getting at is now it's going to take 4 cautions with nobody else going a lap down for him to get back on the lead lap, as opposed to 3.
Yeah, well, he's 3 right now, because David Wright was involved in that last caution and Sean was not. Dave got in the back of Josh Laston.
Right, he's 3 laps down.
Yeah,
David
so
Wright
3 more cautions.
Well, David Wright's 1 lap down, so David Wright, if he's not involved in a caution, he will get the lap.
Yes, correct.
On that. So it would take, in theory, 3 or 4. Excuse me.
4.
Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah.
That's where I got the.
And then even if he does get back on the lead lap, he still has to make his way up there to a position to be within striking.
As you can see, though, you can go from front to back really quick and not be able to recover.
And dare I say, it's not completely impossible at this point.
No, I mean, look at Josh. Josh keeps making up spots, and he just keeps getting those spots taken back from him. So, I mean, he can't make any ground up whatsoever. I mean, he lost the extra point for leading the most laps. I'm not sure if he led one of those first couple of laps there right before he spun. So
no, I don't think he did. No.
Hey, they went single file in that restart, guys. Blake Ziti is off.
He's off by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Carling's over Nick Adams. Nick Adams is another 1-2 in front of Oliver. Then it's another 1-2 back to Henderson, and then it's another 3 back to St. Jean. So they're single file conga line. See if this works, and see if they can stay green for a little while, which is the one thing that Sean Comedy does not want to see, is a lot of green flag racing. As we're 71 laps into this race here at USA International Speedway.
Yeah, right now we got Timothy St. Jean just riding conservatively in 5th.
You're good. Continue. Sorry, I was watching.
Okay.
I'm watching back here where Josh Laston is, and we watched the 19 really go up under that low line to get underneath the number 9 to make that pass. Kind of slid up the track just a little bit.
I mean, Josh has got Tom Stevens, no fault to his own, I think, on all these wrecks. But he's in front of him once again. I mean, Josh is like, please, no.
Hey, look at the challenge coming for the lead now, as Nick Adams was challenging for the lead. Now he got loose, and he'll have to fall back a little bit, but he was right up on the back bumper of Blake Z. Now he's going to lose that position. Look at that. He got steamrolled by his teammates, as both Oliver and Henderson.
Timothy St. Jean wanted to join on that bandwagon as well, but thought wisely not to try to stick his nose in there just yet.
Yeah, the time is not the time.
We have a caution. David DeParis.
DeParis will bring out the caution once again. Lap 75. 25 laps remain in the race.
Oh, he hooked the 9 and spun the 9 in the front of the 529.
So that's going to bring DW Wright, if he was not involved in that. He will get the lucky dog, and that still leaves 3 more laps for Sean Comedy to make up.
I believe so. It looks like he will get that lucky dog. We'll watch him go through that caution there. So we see the guy spinning up front there, and Dave Wright. Evasive maneuver, moves towards the wall, and is clean getting through there.
All right. So, as this end of the season will wind up tonight, and we will start a new season next week. Is it next week?
Different.
Next week, yeah. They go immediately into season 3.
And they will go into season 3, and we may have a new broadcast crew next week. We may end up just having Larry and Adam up here, because I may actually join these guys.
So right now, I mean, we have a huge different change of events for next season. I think you guys probably already talked about it last week, but I mean, me catching back up to everything. I mean, he's got anybody and everybody. If you're not a top 10 driver, apparently I'm not a top 10 driver, because I was told that I could race in this series as well. I was like, I'm good. I'm not going to race these guys. But it's sad to feel that I wasn't included in the average top 10 field. So that broke my heart. And yeah, man, everybody can come down here and enjoy this and be a part of those season 3's festivities. So I can't wait to see what happens.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see, some of the guys that previously were in this series will come back and race and see how well they run. I mean, there's no telling who we might see run in this.
Blake actually just said he thought I was going to jump back into the TNT. Blake, I am not. I'm actually going to start cutting back. So I'm going to start disappearing a little bit here starting this week.
Yeah, this man's got a baby on the way here pretty soon. He's got a lot of priorities he got to kind of shuffle around for. So this man is a busy man.
Very busy, and we really do appreciate everything Larry does for us. We want to give a big shout out to him, and just let everybody know Larry does a lot of stuff on the behind the scenes, and we really do appreciate everything he does for us. So if you don't realize what's going on, that means you're not following us very well. Between Larry and Adam, and now Carl's the new brainchild behind stuff. He's come up with a lot of cool little things as well. Josh does a lot, and all I do is I just talk. So Nick's got some cool stuff going on. Nick is going to be doing some stuff with the IVRL with Carl on Wednesday nights coming up too.
Maybe.
We're talking about that may happen. So hopefully that will happen.
Yeah, and hopefully 2022 is going to be a different year. We're going to see hopefully more different ones. Right now we're soon going to get another league to broadcast for as Fuel starting at the end of July. So we're going to get more drivers to talk about, more drivers to see, and we're going to be an Xfinity series. So we don't broadcast for Xfinity series. So we'll have 2 Cup series, a Truck series, an ARCA series, and an Xfinity series underneath our belt weekly. So I mean, we're very diverse of what we're calling.
And we're getting bigger. So, wow, look at that. Did you see Oliver just bumping the back end of that 50 car of Z? Z jumps out to a half a car length lead over the 14, but boy, he was just bumping him.
That's probably what Blake wanted to see, though. I mean, you get the guy antsy behind him, wait till that last minute to go, and get that bump, which then pushes Chris back a little bit and gives you that advantage going forward.
Oh, and Chris gets loose, and he's coming back up. Holds it on.
And we got a caution.
Oh, and he's smoked by the 86.
Chris really wanted that lead. He was trying really hard to get underneath that 50.
As you see right here, he's just below that yellow line, trying to get a little bit of help turning that. Gets him loose, gets sideways, gets the car stopped, holds the brakes, catches nobody else, and the 86 just comes in and smokes him. I mean,
he comes for that 7-10 split right there.
I've got nothing for that one.
I mean, he comes and arcs it to the left. And he went for that 7-10 split.
Good. I mean, that destroyed both cars right there.
It's a 10-pounder or 14-pounder?
16.
I think he's throwing it out there for all she's got.
Oh man, yeah, that one he smoked that. And that goes back to what a lot of times these guys preach is when there's a caution, as soon as it comes out, slow down. And caution came out, it didn't seem like anybody was really slowing down. Not just the 86. I mean, it didn't look like anybody was slowing down. They were coming flying out of that corner.
Yeah, I mean, Chris did what he had to do. He messed up. He locked the brakes. I mean, he was, dead center in the track. But I mean, Chris did what he had to do and just praying and closing his eyes. Hopefully, nobody takes him out.
83 laps are down. Sean Carmody gets another lap. He's going to be 2 laps down now. But Dave DeParis is also 2 laps down. So, and I believe Tom Stevens actually is dropped out of the race. I think there was too much damage and he dropped out.
Chris Oliver is now 1 lap down. So that will hurt Sean Carmody's cause, assuming that the 14 is not involved in another incident. I said that right.
And if the Oliver car runs better than him, then
So I mean, right now you also have Tom Stevens and David DeParis. Also, all 3 of them are 2 laps down. So not only does he hope that Christopher Oliver, is involved in the wreck on the next one, but he's also got to make sure he's in front of David DeParis and Tom Stevens.
Yeah. Well, Tom Stevens, I think, has dropped out. So.
Okay, so I'm still just looking at the little counter here of who's on what lap.
Yeah, I saw that Tom Stevens had manually disconnected. So about going back to green, we've done 85 laps. 100 makes up this race tonight. And can Blake Ziti win a race tonight? Can Blake hasn't won a race in a while, I don't believe. So we will see. Or will be our colleague, Hot Carl
you also
Henderson.
you got Nick Adams sitting there in the catbird seat.
He's sitting right there, and Nick's probably going, "Hey, Carl, why don't you wreck him so I can go right by him?"
Or get a horrible restart, and I'm going to blow your doors off on the inside.
Yeah. And he'll probably have a brain aneurysm because he'll get so excited again.
Dare I say, I don't foresee Tim St. Jean pushing it too hard. No, he's in control right now. This is his championship to win right now.
Yep.
But as you can tell, sometimes it's not your fault of what happens. This race just throws you a curveball and you get destroyed.
Yeah, Manzo just went up and tagged the back end of that number 6 of Tim St. Jean. So, hey, buddy, stay off the logos.
Hey, Blake said he has Blake Z's actually number 1.
He's number 1?
No, he has not won. Blake Z has not won according to Blake.
He has not won him? No, I thought he did one. No, wow. That would be a new winner for the night. That would be awesome. And the green comes out. Z jumps out to a 1-2-3 car length lead over Carl Henderson. Henderson in tow right behind him, as well as Nick Adams. And then it's another.
Oh, Henderson get a great run.
Oh, look at that. Oh, he's going to get him a little loose. Oh, get into him. Oh, no. Henderson got into him, and that's not going to help him because there might be a penalty coming out for Henderson because he did that.
I don't know if you can put a penalty on Carl there. We're going to take a quick look at that. I mean, this is not registering a wreck on my end, so we're going to look at what obviously probably brought it out. I believe the 50 moved down in front of him.
Well, I think Carl got underneath him, and Blake was trying to make it hard for him to pass and came down, and that's why he came across his nose like that. It's just hard door-to-door racing there, and I think Blake was just trying to keep him pinched down there so he wouldn't have that much room for a horrible entry to the corner.
Yeah,
that's all it was.
Well, that right there, I mean, I'm looking at it right now, and that's almost spot on. I mean, he got up underneath him. He's got the tip in there, and then it looked like Blake was just trying to squeeze him down, make sure that he can't get that run like Adam said. I mean, I'm not the admin, so, but, I'm just here.
We'll see. We'll just have to wait and see what the admins actually say. So far, I haven't heard anything come over the radio about anything, so maybe it was just good racing.
I went to the rear chase view of it, and it looks like Carl might have hit his back or his left rear fender as he came underneath him. What might have turned him. I'm not sure. That's just a little quick glimpse I'm looking at right now.
Well, hey, guys, Sean Carmody's 2 laps down, but with 11 laps to go here under caution, I don't foresee this happening, unfortunately, for Sean Carmody.
I don't either. I think Tim St. Jean is sitting here going, I just got to finish. Just got to finish. And where I'm sitting right now, I'm sitting pretty. He's hoping that Guitar Addict Chevrolet at number 6 gets into victory lane with a turtle.
Randy, you going to cry if that turtle comes home to the Guitar Addict?
No, I won't cry for that. I've got 2 of them myself already, so no, it'd be nice to have the Guitar Addict win. Guitar Addict car win. I'm always happy when the Guitar Addict car does something good. Because I told everybody Tim was a man to beat. Told you it was just going to take him a little time, but once he figured everything out, he was going to be the man to watch. And I think some people at first probably thought it was probably crazy, thinking this old guy was going to do anything. But no, I've raced with this guy for many, many years. I know exactly how he is. And he's proven me right.
I mean, yeah, like everybody's saying that, just watch out for Tim. Watch out for Tim. He's going to be coming. He'll be forced to reckon with later in the season. Came through the first half of the first season and came back and knocked off the rust. And he showed it here in this second season.
It really wasn't rust that Tim had to knock off. It was just adapting to these cars because he was running the ARCA sim racing cars, and it's a way different sim. The sim is a lot tighter, a lot more grip to the track, where the iRacing is a little bit looser. It takes it's just a lot more adjusting to get used to, and that's what he had to get used to. And once he's figured it out, which he has, he's a lot faster. And Tim's probably one of the most consistent drivers in the field, and he always has been that way. And unfortunately, we think that probably more likely he's going to win this thing. He's going to get the championship, but he's going to probably get a lot more wins before the next season is over too, even with the new guys coming in.
He's been showing it. He's been consistent and getting up there. So I just continue to do what he does and get a little better each week, because all these other guys are getting better each week as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, the caution is waved off twice here. So somebody is out of line. Actually, Blake extended that. So Blake is looking at something. I don't know exactly what Blake is doing.
Well, we're seeing gaps going through this entire field. You see the 56 way back off the 69. Shrillo looks decent. The rest of the field back there looks pretty good. But we definitely see Josh Mays. There's a good gap there, and there's a good gap between he and Shrillo. And even Nick Adams got a little bit of a gap here between he and Carl Henderson. And I know Blake harps on that about this accordion effect.
Yeah. So will the pace car pull off this time? That is the question.
It's been the most exciting part of this race.
So I think I got a message from the admins. They said they might be deciding on whether that last one was a penalty or not, but they're going to let it slide, I guess.
Oh, so they were kind of thinking about it too. I was thinking they were too.
Yeah.
All right, so Carl Henderson jumps out to a quick lead here at USA. 95 laps are in the book. Can Carl Henderson win tonight? He said he was going to be tough. Let's see if he can get around this track for 5 more laps and outrun his teammate, Nick Adams.
Yeah, I'm back here looking at the Blake Ziti and Timothy St. Jean. I know Blake Ziti's ready to go. Timothy St. Jean gives him a line right there coming off the turn 2. Blake Ziti's underneath him. Dived into turn 3 right now, door to door. Timothy St. Jean is there. Blake Ziti comes up a little bit into him. Get a good run. Blake looks like he's going to clear him going into turn 1.
Yeah, Tim has to think about the bigger picture, but here he comes.
There's a crossover.
Crossover move. He says, I'm not done with you yet.
Oh,
what
man.
a move.
And that,
John Gordon's going up.
Yeah, I was going to say that
Gordon
cost the
knows
50 there. John Gordon up underneath them. Philip Manzo trying to follow suit as well.
John Gordon having a good night tonight as he's running 5th tonight. 98 laps are in the books. Carl Henderson still leading the field by just a 0.3 seconds over his teammate Nick Adams.
Nick's not giving up. Nick closed the gap right there.
Nick is definitely not giving up.
He just tapped the wall coming out turn 4 there, coming to 2 to go.
Nick Adams trying to reel in that number 31. But he has to remember 31 is higher than 30, so he's just one car short.
Oh, Nick Adams sideways. Gonna try to save it. Keep it with the final lap. That should be the race.
That should be the race right there.
There's still no caution.
Carl Henderson is going to come around
and win the race.
But look who's in second. Your Season 2 champion.
Yep. Wow.
Blake Ziti will come home 3rd, John Gordon 4th, and Hitman Manzo finished the season off with a top 5.
Wow. Carl said he was going to be tough.
He said he really loved this track. He said this is one of the tracks that he felt really good at, and he showed it. I mean,
Tim, what are you doing
earlier?
Where's the burnout, Tim?
Tim does. I don't think Tim even realizes he won.
Tim's in the pit road. You should better hop in there and grab him.
Yeah, somebody needs to go grab him and tell him, hey,
Tim, where's the burnout? Tim!
Oh, he just left.
Tim! Tim! Tim. Oh, Tim.
Tim, he's talking to them. I don't think he realizes it.
Tim.
Yeah, wrong button.
Wrong button. Congratulations, Tim. You are the champion unofficially of this season, the TNT. So congratulations. Good job bringing the Guitar Addict Chevrolet home. It'll win.
Thank you. And it was an awesome race. I was in trouble a couple of times, and I didn't think I could get back to the front.
Did you realize how much problem that Sean was having with his car?
I think he lost his 4-speed back in his wheel and lost volume, so he had to stop on pit road, fix that. He went a number of laps down. With the cautions that were coming out, he could have made it back as long as nobody else got lapped down, but then there was a few that took the lucky dog away from him.
Yeah, that's what happened too. And then you had Josh, who started out, like he was going to have something happen, and then unfortunately for him, he had bad luck as well. So kind of fell in your lap, even though you ran a great race. You finished second.
Yeah, I saw Josh hit the inside wall there. I was going, what the heck happened to him? And then he said he had numerous pit stops, and then he ran out of fast repairs, and he was running damage. I'm going, uh-oh.
I got to know, Tim, man. How does it feel to win that championship here in Season 2?
It feels awesome. I didn't think I was going to get here at the beginning of the season. I was running into a lot of bad luck, and then I realized it was my wheel. After Andrew gave me the new wheel here to use that he let me borrow, and the racing's been a heck of a lot better. I think I had a win, a fifth, a second, a win, and a second.
So it's all because of Andrew Burgess.
You betcha.
You Canadians stick together, don't you?
They have to.
Like Canadian bacon, we grill side by side.
Hey, man, it was a hell of a drive. We were out here rooting for you, rooting for Josh, and hoping Sean will get back up there. So, I mean, we'll have a 3-way battle there to figure out who was going to win this championship. And, Josh just got thrown some bad luck after bad luck and just couldn't get back up to the front. I mean, he had a fast car, just couldn't show it. Just kept getting tied up. But, I mean, you showed consistency all night, and that's what you've kind of done throughout the whole entire season, showing consistency, showing your speed, and racing up front week in and week out. I mean, you come together to get 2 wins. I'm sad I wasn't here the other week for your win, I was sitting there on vacation with the family, but you know, I pay attention. I see what's going on. You know, what's it? My co-partner here, Randy. He's just like, wait for him. He's coming. He's coming. And we talk to you week in and week out about who's going to win the next race, and your name's always there, man. And you're showing it. You just won a championship.
Well, thank you, Adam, and it's good to hear you back in the booth. I hope you had a great vacation.
It was. I got to go home and actually see the family and then bring them back out here to Texas. So now they're in the house with me upstairs while I do my thing and get off and then go hang out with them in a little bit.
So, Tim, congratulations once again on winning the championship. And we look forward to watching you next season trying to win another one and try to win the overall championship. So that's what you're aiming for next time. But next time you're going to have a lot more competition from, I know, what you've heard. So
yeah, Randy is joining. He said he's gunning for you. He said he's going to put Guitar Addict in the finish line. Victory lane. There you go.
Victory lane. I'm going to try. I'm going to try to put the other Guitar Addict car in victory lane for sure.
Awesome. It would be nice to see you on there, Randy.
I'm going to try.
And I hear that a bunch of others are coming down to get into the fun that's on these ARCA cars. They're awesome to run. I find that they're... The only thing I disagree with the model is you cannot bump. You get on that bumper in somebody and they're going to turn.
Yeah. Yeah, we've seen that quite a bit this season. So hopefully that'll get figured out eventually with the sim. So
yeah, hopefully.
All right, Tim, congratulations again, and we'll see you next week.
Thanks, guys.
Congrats, Tim.
So we're going to bring in Hot Carl Henderson in.
Yes, we are, in just one small second here.
Larry is actually picking his phone up right now, calling 858-675-309.
Hey, guys.
Hey, it's Carl.
It's that one guy with a face and a beard.
you were talking about, apparently I was dialing something. I didn't want to interrupt you, Randy.
No, it's fine. Hey, Carl, you said the other night on the podcast you liked this track and you were going to be tough, and definitely you're tough. So congratulations on the win.
Yeah, it didn't finish the way I wanted it to. I mean, I was fast all night. I shouldn't have pitted. I didn't think we were going to need stop cautions like we did, but it is what it is. Hate that I got into Blake like that. I was trying to pass him, and had more speed exiting the corner, quite a bit more. And I mean, he came down, and I probably should have lifted, but I had no idea he could come down more. Thought I had the inside on him, but it is what it is. I'm happy to have gotten the win. Happy with leading some laps tonight.
Adam, you want to tell them what you saw in your replay?
I looked at it from multiple different angles. I looked at it from the front. I looked at it from a rear chase view. On one, I think the rear chase view, looking at your front end going into it, looked like you might have clipped him right there as you were coming in, but I can't tell if Blake was coming down, and that's the reason why. Like, you had that lane block, went in, and Blake went and blocked you or moved down a little bit to discourage you for taking that lane, because I mean, you had a head of steam. We saw that in the live replay as you were going. I called it, or one of us called it, that you had a heck of a run coming out of turn 2 there, and you had to do something with it coming down to that low of laps and the amount of cautions. So you stuck your nose in there, and then I don't know if you clipped them because you just pulled out just too late, or not really too late, but just you pulled out, or if he came down just a little bit as you were trying to go in. But I mean, that was hard racing coming to the end, knowing that we were having numerous cautions, and you had to do something with that huge run.
Yeah, I mean, exiting 2, I had a massive run, and I tried to exit the corner lower than he did, and he came down the track to block me, and I almost ran into him there, and I cut down lower, and I mean, I honestly thought that I was on his inside when we were entering the corner, and when I looked at the replay, it wasn't as cut and dry as that. had no idea. Thought I was on his inside, and thought he was going to let me have the inside. But it is what it is. I hate that. I think he finished third. I guess it's not a bad night. Hate that I'd take that away from him like that.
Yeah, it would have been his first win, and you took it away from him.
What way to rub it in?
I know you feel bad about it. I know how you are, man. I know you don't want to win that way, but you won anyway, so congratulations on a good win. You want to, Larry, you got anything to add to this?
Hey, man, yeah, good win, and hopefully you can carry some of those momentum going into Season 3, right?
Well, it didn't work. Josh pointed out, I'd forgotten, I won the last race of last season as well, and then had, probably the opening 5 races of the season were, some of the worst races I've ever had. So, expect more of that.
Oh, no. Jinx yourself right there.
Yeah, and hey, before I go, I want to give a big congratulations to Tim. That was awesome. Win championship. At least I'm assuming that's what the result was. Really, really awesome. So good job, Tim. Good clean racer all year.
Yeah, absolutely.
Congratulations, man.
Yeah, congratulations on a win tonight, and we'll probably you're going to be on the podcast tomorrow night.
I will.
All right, great. So we'll see you then.
All right, thanks, guys.
Thank you.
All right, well, I got the official word, and points are up. Tim St. Jean, as stated before, your Season 2 winner, 432 points over Sean Carmody, who was sitting at 410, Josh Lassen in third, Carl Henderson in fourth, Blake Ziti gains a spot into fifth, Cody Leland drops 1 spot to sixth, John Gordon in seventh, Chris Oliver 8th, Tom Stevens in ninth, Nick Adams climbs to 10th, he and Philip Manzo in 11th, Gene Watkinson in 12th, Mike Wisniewski 13th, David Wright 14th, 15th, David DeParis, and 16th, Gary Winter, 17th, Anthony Shirillo, and 18th, Joshua Mays, 19th, Sean Hayes, Aaron Watkins in 20th, Justin Edwards in 21st, and Daniel Quisno in 22nd.
Who had the most amount of wins this season?
Well, that would be a major tie. Tim St. Jean with 2, Sean Carmody with 2, Carl Henderson with 2, Cody Leland had 2, and Sean Hayes had 2.
And so
the biggest separator here is going to be your top 5s, and that went to easily. Well, I wouldn't say easily, but Tim St. Jean had it with 10, and then Sean Carmody had 8.
So consistency paid off for
Absolutely.
Tim St. Jean's. Yeah.
And you definitely see that with the less bonus points, I should point out as well.
Yeah.
Because he only had 3 bonus points, as were Carmody and Laston. Laston had 16 bonus points. Carmody had 15.
Yeah, Timothy St. Jean's average finish was a 3.0. Josh Laston's was 4.75, and Sean Carmody was 4.92.
There you go.
Wow. Pretty wild. So, anyways, that'll wrap it up for us tonight, guys. And don't forget tomorrow night podcast. Ghostfire Media podcast will be on at 8:00. You can join all of us from the Ghostfire Media crew, as we'll be talking about all the good things that happen in the IVRL and the AOLL. And don't forget Sunday night racing. The AOLL Cup Series will be in action Sunday night at 8 p.m. So join us for that one as well. So from USA International Speedway and the Sunshine State, I want to thank you for watching, as well as Larry Patrick and Adam Wood. Good to have you back in the booth once again. And we'll see you next week here in the TNT division.